lights and the sight of land. He broke the seal and tried to concentrate on the ornate script. He sighed and laid the paper aside. There was a lamp. Blue flames trickled slowly round the charred cloth as he lit it with the candle. Yashim replaced the glass and trimmed the wick until the fitful light turned yellow and firm. Gradually the lamplight filled the room. He'd been lucky to find a ship at all. The Black Sea was treacherous, especially in the winter. And the captain was a barrel-chested Greek with one white eye and the air of a pirate. But even at the worst moments of the voyage, when the wind screamed in the rigging, waves pounded on the foredeck, and Yashim had tossed and vomited in his narrow bunk, he had told himself that anything was better than seeing out the winter in that shattered palace in the Crimea, surrounded by the ghosts of fearless riders, eaten away by the cold and the gloom. He picked up the scroll the page had given him and smoothed it out. Greetings, etc. At the bottom, he read the signature of the Seraskier, city commander of the new guard, the Imperial Ottoman Army. Félicitations, etc. He scanned upwards. From practice, he could fillet a letter like this in seconds. There it was, wedged into the politesse. An immediate summons. Well? The old man stood to attention. I have orders to return with you to barracks immediately. He glanced uncertainly at Yashim's cloak. Yashim smiled, picked up a length of cloth, and wound it around his head. I'm dressed, he said. Let us go. Yashim knew that it hardly mattered what he wore. He was a tall, well-built man in his late 30s, with a thick mop of black curls. A few white hairs, no beard, but a curly black moustache. He had the high cheekbones of the Turks, and the slanting grey eyes of a people who had lived on the great Eurasian steppe for thousands of years. In European trousers, perhaps, he would be noticeable, but in a brown cloak, no. Nobody noticed him very much. That was his special talent, if it was a talent at all. More likely, as the Marquise had been saying, it was a condition of mind, a condition of the body. Yashim had many things: innate charm, a gift for languages, and the ability to open those grey eyes suddenly wide. Both men and women had found themselves strangely hypnotized by his voice, before they had even noticed who was speaking. But he lacked balls. Not in the vulgar sense. Yashim was reasonably brave. But he was that creature, rare even in 19th century Istanbul. Yashim was a eunuch. Chapter 2. In the abode of felicity, in the deepest, most forbidden district of Topkapi Palace, the Sultan lay back on his pillows and picked fretfully at the satin coverlet, trying to imagine what could amuse him in the coming hours. A song, he thought. Let it be a song. One of those sweet, rollicking, Circassian melodies. The sadder the song, the brighter the melody. He had wondered if he could just pretend to be asleep. Why not? Ruler of the Black Sea and the White. Ruler of Rumelia and Mingrelia, Lord of Anatolia and Iona, Romania and Macedonia, protector of the holy cities, steely rider through the realms of bliss, Sultan and Padishah. He had to sleep sometimes, did he not? Especially if he was ever to reclaim his sovereignty over Greece. But he knew what would happen if he tried to pretend. He'd done it before, dashing all the hopes and ambitions of the lovely Guzda. The girl